Welcome to the Black Men Think podcast. If this is your first time here, know that the views and opinions expressed by the Black Men Think podcast are those of the Black Men Think podcast and not the individual members. With that being said, we're about to be unapologetically, undeniably black. Enjoy.
Hey, run for your life. Hey, run for your life. 69.
Man,
Oh, man.
that's
Hilarious, bro.
still going.
Still going, man. Black Man Think podcast, where we elevate our black men because black men be out here thinking. We appreciate y'all for joining us this evening. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, like, comment, bell for notification, all that good stuff. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And if you want to join us on Patreon, we would greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and do that as well. BlackManThink.com for all things related. You can do anything you need right there. So offline, we were having a great conversation about stress
Indeed.
and not being able to sleep at night.
Man. Been up since 3 today, folks.
3.
What up, thinkers? Yeah, it's you know how I go sometime every now and again. Something wake you up in the middle of the night and your brain just kick in, you know? And today was one of those days. That's why I'm sitting here drinking something with some caffeine in it.
Yeah.
Because your boy is tired.
What else in it?
Little caffeine, little ice.
Little caffeine, little ice.
Little ice, you know. Yeah, man. I mean, and eventually I just end up, unfortunately, I hate doing this. It's almost against the code, but I eventually just got up and opened up the computer and started working. Because work was keeping me awake, you know. And it's when, honestly, for me, I find that happens more frequently when I get behind. You know, last few weeks at the office been not normal, to say the least.
Right.
Been a lot going on, but we also, you know, the organization that I work with now. So that was all week long. So, I mean, granted, you sitting in sessions, you late night events, emails just stacking up, auto reply on. Following was one of our internal org-wide trainings, which we held most. Took a day off, and then I had a funeral to go to that last day. I don't know if I told. So, you know, time I sit back down in front of everything on a normal day, it's like a laundry list of emails to catch up on, things that I need to close, catch up, you know, with connections. So for me, that interrupts, you know.
No, man. Uncle have to like with us, like we don't like lives, so to speak, like our lives, like, to add on, you know, more is like, yeah, that's a lot. It's
Yep.
definitely a lot. What do you feel like, because you've talked about this before in the past, just like being able to sleep. Do you notice like most of your sleep connected to work?
I've honestly been trying to figure that out. I think the thing that keeps me up, like having still a semi-new role. I mean, I haven't had a whole year, you know, in this role yet. So, and granted, I'm but still learning a lot and still navigating a terrain that might not completely be charted out for me, which is fine. You know, it comes with the territory, and there's no complaints there. That's why I'm there. But I will say my brain is always on. And when I cut it off, I cut it off. So when I go into The weekend, if I'm going on vacation, and this might be a pro tip for somebody out there, like the apps is they're going away off the phone. I'm not just closing the apps, I'm deleting the app.
Yeah.
Some weekends I'll leave them on, but I learned probably about a year and a half ago, like that hard stop with work is the only way that I can lock into my life, my family, my time. And if I'm constantly over the weekend, like pulling up my phone and just like glancing at my workout, nah, can't do it. So, but what I'm finding nowadays is because of, I think, all the added stress, all the pressure, the pace of life, sometimes when I wake up at night, like my sleep patterns they're not consistent. I might get 3 to 4 days a week where I get a decent night's sleep. Some of the other days, not so much, especially when school's in. Thankfully, school is out now. So my body's still trying to get adjusted to not waking up at 6:30 in the morning to get the kids ready.
Yeah.
So now, even though I don't have to get up, I'm still waking up. But a night like last night was just, I don't know if I had to go to the restroom or whatever it was, it woke me up. But it's like, you know those moments when you wake up and as soon as you know you're awake.
Yeah. That's how it is for me in life. Something like, I don't know, whatever the case may be, like I don't have a problem with falling asleep. I know some people can't sleep, but they can't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like I'm good falling asleep, but it's usually about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna wake up. And you know, your mind just start racing from there and, you know, whatever the situation might be.
Yeah.
But you know, it happens, man. Hopefully it make you restless the whole day though. You just so sluggish, you dragging, and it's just like it's a bad feeling. You can your body really can tell the difference when you don't get your proper rest.
It can.
Yeah.
Like I've legit felt it all day. Like at one point I was just like am I good? I don't even feel right, you know?
Right.
But it's just, I knew like I hadn't had a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
You're tired.
And the crazy part about it is today I was so busy, I actually didn't feel it 1 second while I was at work.
Yeah.
But that ride home, bruh,
It hit.
I legit had to pull over. Like I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to take a second, take a few minutes, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, that's so I will say I haven't been having trouble sleeping. I just been having trouble going to bed. Like so, like once I'm down, you know. And I don't think it was maybe Tori. I think Tori was here. We talked about it. Like I took the sleep test. I got sleep apnea.
Okay.
Very mild, which is another conversation, bro. Like
Because that's nothing to play with.
it's not. However, I have what's called moderate, and so it's not. I think the other one is like obstructive, where like you are basically like your breath is getting cut off multiple times a minute. That's not me. Like my test is like maybe twice a minute where you stop breathing. And it's like, you know, small times, but like with the obstructive, they're stopping breathing like between 20 to 40 times every 60 seconds. So it's crazy. Like you're literally
That's crazy.
like you're only getting 20 seconds of sleep at a time. And it's like, you know, it sounds weird, but like imagine every 3 to 5 seconds, you're stopping breathing. Those people like have to have a CPAP machine. I mean, I don't technically need a CPAP machine, but I found out very quickly that it's the medical field, bro. So it's just like with anybody, they're trying to get you in that system as soon as possible. So we was going through the process and everything. They contacted me finally because it's a very long process, like, and it's expensive as hell. But finally get contacted about the machine, and like the lady was trying to fast talk me on the phone. I was like, "Oh no, can you email me this information so I can take a while, you know, read over it?" So I'm reading over the information, bro. And the way that they have this thing set up with your insurance is, it's like a $2,000 machine, number one. But what they want you to do is, first, your insurance will say like, yeah, we'll pay 80% of it. But how they do it is we're not going to pay 80% at one time. So you pay like $300 up front, and then you're renting the machine thereafter. So like I'll pay $300, then I'm paying like $80 a month. But the kicker, what got me was like, oh, if you don't use this machine 21 out of 30 days, we'll void our insurance policy, and you'll be responsible for the whole machine. And I was like, I don't like being at the liberty of you saying, like, that just sounds weird to me. You're telling me somebody that don't need the machine, that if I don't use this machine 21 days out of the month, it can void my insurance. So it's just like, that sounds kind of wishy-washy to me because, bro, like, keep it a buck. It's not like we live crazy lives. So you're telling me like, okay, boom, I know you're going out of town this weekend, like, you got to take this machine with you when you go out of town. Like, if I was to go upstairs and like go to sleep and forget and do that 3 nights out of the week, my insurance just be like, oh, you're not using the machine, we're not going to pay for it. You got to pay for this whole thing by yourself, and you got to keep renting it on. Like, it was a lot of stipulations, and like I was going over with wifey, and she was like, yeah, let's go over some other things first, because she wanted me to go because like snoring. And we found out, like, yeah, that CPAP machine don't stop snoring. Like, you can get a CPAP machine, you still gonna snore. That has absolutely nothing. No, it's just forced air to keep you breathing. That's all it is. And so, I got those results in like the beginning of like late April, early May, and like we just been on this rigorous, being more conscious of like what we're eating, things like that. And so, like, I've dropped like almost 10 pounds so far.
Dope.
And like she was like, yeah, I noticed like you didn't snore last night. And then like, you know, some nights I might snore, but like but she's noticing like, oh, some nights you're not snoring. It's like, oh, okay, let's keep going with this.
I got you.
Before we commit to something that's gonna be lifelike, because I got a partner of mine that he has obstructive sleep apnea. And he's even telling me, he was like, bro, if you don't get in that, if you can avoid that, avoid it, because it's just like, it's so many layers, because not only about the machine itself, like you have to continue to get parts, and it's
once you're in,
you're in, and it's like the insurance company are going to be fickle the entire time. Like he said, he has a machine that noticeably does not do as well as his old machine, and they will not let him move from this new machine. They was like, oh no, our insurance won't pay for this old machine. And he's like, I'm telling y'all, I'm not getting good sleep with this machine. My old machine, I'm getting great sleep with. It's like, sorry, if you don't use this machine, we're gonna void your insurance. I was like, oh no, I ain't trying to be in that system, bro.
Game, bro.
Like, that just sounds too much of a game. I was like, we were looking at it like, well, we just buy the machine, so that way we don't have to worry about that. Like, you can buy it and use it on your own leisure if you want to do that. Like, if that what we have to eventually do, we come out better just like paying out of pocket for the machine.
Yeah.
So at least you're not in that insurance system where you got to worry about this happening or that happening. I was just like, yeah, this is wild, bro. But that's what they do. I was talking to my doctor about it, and he was like, yeah, man, you know, you can probably lose some weight and be okay, but I'm going to go ahead and order this machine for you. I was just like, huh?
That's
like
oxymoron.
I was like, all right, cool. So, yeah, bro. But I know we kind of went on a tangent, but that sleeping is real, man. And at some point, you're going to have to, like, really address.
Yeah. I gotta, I'm going to have to prioritize my rest. I mean, at the end of the day, and probably adopt some wellness practices to like relax, to help, you know, because I mean, like, honestly, if I look at the pace of my day, like, as soon as I wake up, I'm moving, going, and it doesn't slow down, from, you know, whether it's family related top of the day, whether it's straight to work, multiple sites, whatever that looks like. Back at the house, in the family. As soon as it's over, I'm either moving into workout time, wife time, me time. And then I try to just, like, at a certain point, I'm like, all right, let me go to sleep. I'm gonna lay in the bed, but I'm not even settled. You know, so if I doze off, if I fall asleep, I'm not even in a place where it might be a deep sleep.
I got you.
Noises, any little thing can wake me up. And if I'm behind at work, or, you know, got something on my brain, a project that I'm trying to deal with, like, there goes the night.
How many hours of sleep do you usually get on average?
On average, probably a strong 6.
6.
I would say on average. So it's not terrible.
No, that's,
It's
not great.
terrible, yeah.
But it's not terrible. Bad nights though. I mean, night like last night, and I went to bed late. Watching the game, staying up watching all the highlights.
Yeah, that game
post
do it,
game.
boy.
Yeah.
Because you
playoffs
think
do
you're like,
it, man.
I can't do it tonight. But then as soon as you turn it
No,
on,
as soon as you turn it on, man, that's the thing. You have to really not turn it on. And wife would be getting me on me about that too. And I'm just like, this is the only time I've had to myself all day.
exactly.
I'm just trying to watch this game.
I'm just trying to watch the game.
That's it. Like,
It was something I saw, some meme or something say guys will sit and watch a whole game, then they'll watch the post game show to watch highlights of the game that we just
exactly. Absolutely.
we definitely do it.
Drew, I'm the worst at it because I'll like relax, hang out with the wife until she's ready to go to sleep. She'll tap out. She's consistent. Like, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. All right. But then in my brain, that's me time. So I'll go downstairs, time to eat, grab something to eat, sit down, start flipping, watch the game.
That's when the chat groups be on fire. Then,
Yeah. That's you know what it is. That's when we usually at our
leave
best.
y'all look, I just disappeared.
Corey just be gone. And then next thing I know, this game boring. I should go to bed. Let me see what this Netflix show talking about.
That man, that's what do it right there, bro. We have to identify when it's over.
We need to make a cutoff time. Honestly.
We need to make a cutoff time because I have found myself doing that same thing, bro. Where it's just like, because keep it a buck, that Boston and Indiana series has been boring, and I'm like, I'll catch myself trying to force to watch it. Let alone, I don't like the commentators on ESPN anyway, so that don't really keep me wanting to like look at halftime and then like see what's gonna happen after the game. I'm kind of like, all right, this is over with. I'm not really paying attention to it. But like you said, I either fall into the trap of like, oh, I'm going through Reels or going through what's on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, going through YouTube Shorts. And then it's just like, bro, like I could just go to sleep right now. Like it's 10:30.
Right.
Nothing is going on. Nothing is going on. But no, I you know what? If I'm still up at about 11:30, I can still get me some good little sleep in.
That's the worst.
Next thing you know, it's 12:30.
Right.
12:30. Like, no, bro, you gotta find a way to cut it off, bro. It's tough though. It's tough. I wish I had the same routine my wife had because she's great about going to sleep.
I don't know what it is, man. It seems like
women get their
guys
sleep, man.
I don't know what
they
it
don't
is.
play around with their sleep, bro.
They know how to do it, bro.
Yeah.
I like. It is weird. If my wife was up at 11 o'clock, I would be looking at her like, "What's going on? Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like I'm used to her being in the bed bare minimum by 10. Like there's times when she's been to bed, earlier than that, but most nights there's not a 10 o'clock and she's up. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't even feel right about going to bed at 10. What I have been doing is trying to take a shower before 10 because I figure like if I take a shower before 10, I know bare minimum that's one thing I'll have to do when I cut this TV off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I go ahead and take the shower and then go back and start looking at TV. Because I feel like, okay, I got me a little 15, 20-minute head start.
If I don't get that shower in, we gonna thug it tonight. We gonna see that shower in the morning, my dude.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I try to take it at night. I definitely try to get one in at night. But it's like, yeah, bro. We have to find a way to prioritize our sleep.
Like Corey, man. Corey, our hero over there. Corey get them Z's, huh?
I try, man.
But you say you still have trouble with sleep too, though, right?
No, I mean, if let's something on my mind heavy or
Yeah.
but for the most part, man, I can, I'm usually all right with sleep.
So you usually like a what, 11, 12,
Yeah,
by
something
6, something like that?
Yeah.
You wake up in the middle of the night?
If something on my mind heavy, but most of the time, like for the most part, I'm usually pretty good with, I often hear, stuff be bothering people and they can't sleep. They be like,
I had the TH, man, back when it was the three of y'all.
Yeah.
I go upstairs, me and Ace about to work on some beats. I look over, Corey just be laid up in the get up, man.
No, you used to have. You had like that little.
Nah.
No, it was like a little. Was like a little plush seat or something. You had one of those. A beanie. I felt like you beanie, like a big
Probably.
beanie
Ain't no telling.
bag at the TH. Because Corey had the biggest room.
We drew straws for that.
Yeah, we drew straws
Fooling
for
in the
room.
master suite.
No,
It really it was bigger than the other rooms, but it really
yeah,
wasn't.
but it was a small room.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, looking back on it, it was a small room, but I think you had a bathroom in your room, though. That's what it was.
Yeah, sure did. Yeah.
You had the bathroom.
Did y'all share did y'all share one?
Me and Ace had to share a bathroom because we
had
had.
y'all in the bunk beds.
I think it was a 3. It was like a 2.5 bath. We had a bathroom.
It was half downstairs. Yeah.
But like, me and Ace room were like small compared to Corey room. Like,
that messed up. Had y'all in the
We
closet,
drew
dog.
straws, dog.
we drew like we that's how we did.
Oh, I had the little balcony thing too in the
Yeah,
front.
you had a look. I mean, but that was like,
Yeah, it wasn't really. I didn't really go out
you didn't
there.
use it and everything like that.
You gonna be on the balcony out there?
Nah, shoot,
Nah,
not at
nah,
TH.
nah.
That's just a target practice. No, speaking of that though, kind of like, changing gears, man, I was at Saturday. I was just kind of like riding around the city, and it's just like so much stuff has went up.
Still going
Bro,
up, bro.
another city, bro.
I was on Moreland. Bro, like, you know where the Value Village used to be at? Like, so you know where the Aldi at on Moreland?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about across the street? Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Yeah. I got family that live over there, and I remember when that lot was there. It used to be a Dollar Tree over there.
Yeah, Value Village,
It used to
all
was a
that.
Foot Locker over
Gone,
there
bro.
for a minute.
Like, I was like, bro, like, that's a whole community over there.
Have you looked up the prices that they charging for rent?
No, what they looking like?
I have to look it up again. I want to say it was like 17, 18.
Man,
it was high.
Come
Let's
On
just say
Moreland,
that.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, that's crazy,
Stop it.
bro.
Yeah.
1,700?
Yeah, I forgot. Let me see. Matter of
That's
fact, what was the
wild.
name of it?
And I saw a
Yeah.
shout out to King Williams. He went to visit. Like, they had like a grand opening because they have like
Is that new eatery?
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
I
saw that.
like the
Yeah.
food hall. Like,
I never knew what it was. I was like, man, what is this?
Haladon. That's
Yeah,
what
Yeah, what
Haladon,
is
yeah.
this office plaza they putting right here? And I
but
didn't
that's the
realize
food hall.
it.
Yeah, but
I
I mean, it looked nice,
I'm
bro.
gonna go check it out.
But that's like amazing though, because I mean, I haven't been over there and being realistic, probably like 6 to 9 months. But the fact that they threw it up so quick and like it's thriving, it's like, man, Atlanta be moving.
That's
bro.
Atlanta everywhere, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like it's just, and what's crazy is it spreads out. Like y'all know where I live, so I'm on the
Yeah.
south side, and even pockets down there is just like it's been trees there up until this point, and now they're gone, and they're starting all the development. It's obviously headed towards like the new Gwinnett. Like it's
Yeah,
just
they're building it.
it building. We getting like this state of the art Chick-fil-A that's like 2-3 stories or something crazy. I mean, it's just is headed there, and I mean, there's no tree that's safe at this point.
No tree that's safe, bro. Like they knocking them down. They're knocking them down quick. Like not even. They don't even have to think about it, bro. It's just happening. Like at the same place. So I was off of this was the other side of Moreland. Do you know where like Wiley is? WYLE? Like right there with that the gas station that like nobody should go into. And they got like this tattoo shop and all of that.
What
Yeah.
side of Moreland? I mean, where is it
Like,
near?
it's before you get to the
landmarks?
Target.
Yeah, before you get to all the Target and all of that. It's right, it's like, you know where Hosea Williams at the street. Right, like Memorial.
It's like 2 blocks.
Okay, yeah.
So
okay,
that right there where Memorial at, like so if I'm on Memorial and I make a left on
Oh, I
Moreland,
know where's a tattoo. Yeah.
and make the quick right on that's Wiley right
Okay,
there, where that
okay.
gas station across from like the Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay, I got you.
But just ride up that street. Like that was
I
like,
don't think I ever been up the street before.
bro, just ride up the street next time you go up there, bro. Cause it's on the way to like getting the kind of like Krog Street mark. It's like a cut through to get to Krog
Why they
Street.
built up over there too?
Bruh. I'm talking about new houses. That whole street. Nothing but new houses. Like, I remember that street because, like, shout out to Div. That's where we shot his first video at.
Okay.
So I remember it was just a graffiti wall for
Yeah.
real. And like, old houses that's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Bro, they don't knock down those houses and rebuilt them and all of them. You know how the modern houses looking now, all up and down that street, bro. And that's like, that used to be kind of like a hood street.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
That's crazy,
Now,
man.
you know what that remind me of? You remember where we shot the Losing It video?
Yeah.
And you seen what went over there.
Bro,
Like all the boulevard is just like,
bro.
and it was crazy is those apartments are still there.
So you notice what they're doing? They're just picking them one at a time. They're knocking them down one at a time and revitalizing.
I didn't catch that.
Bro. So I know exactly right off of Boulevard. What they're doing with those, whatever the name of those projects are, I don't know. What they're doing is they'll knock down a building, then they'll build like senior living, knock down a building, like townhouses,
Slow.
knock down a building, modern homes. Like so, they doing that all, and then back in the neighbor, like off of Boulevard in those pockets, those apartments are just like that as well. But they're knocking those down in there and building. It's all up and down through there. You just gotta turn off of Boulevard and go down those streets, bro. And you'll see where they just old Fourth Ward is different.
I mean, shoot,
They're knocking it down.
You can ride down Spring Street and it's a whole. It ain't nothing like college.
No.
Like, I mean, it honestly looked like you either riding through L.A. or Chicago. Or
Yeah, bro. It looked different, man. It's one of those things because we don't visit there that often. Like it wasn't our, like you said, when we were in college, we were always on Spring. That was just, we got to walk. We walking up North Avenue.
Varsity, Apache.
Yeah, all of this is right here. Yeah. And when you get older, you don't have to go there as much. And then when you just take the time to really drive, bro, the city looks completely different from what we remember it as.
It does. 18
to 20 years ago. And it happens so fast. And a lot of this development will happen within the last 5 to 10 years, bro. It's just, I can't believe you said 1,700 off of.
Yeah, I was trying to. I can't remember. The name of it. You remember the name of the Because I was looking at the floor plans.
I don't. And
I
don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I can't even remember the name of it. But it was crazy how
Get some of that Dr. Pepper.
But I wonder, man, like, are people really paying like $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 for these places? I mean, I know that this is what they say, starting at whatever. I'm like, man, I'm wondering if they really.
I'm trying to figure out like, where does that market of people come from? Like, are these corporations that are bringing their people to the city? Are the corporations paying for these high rises, for these apartments that's sitting like right off West Peachtree, 30 floors up?
Yeah, you're spot on. Like, that's exactly what's happening. So I've been doing some research and like watching some video and I'll put it like this. If you have rental property, you're going to be up within the next 3 to 5 years. Because the way that the market is going, people are not buying homes. They can't afford to buy homes. Like, we're in a recession. We don't want to talk about it, but like, we're in a recession. People are not going to be able to afford homes, and it's just going to make so much more sense to pay $1,500, $1,600 for rent. It just makes more sense. Like, I can have a year lease, even if I wanted to break it, I'm gonna be out $3,200. It just makes sense for me. So if you got homes, especially homes in like decent neighborhoods, you're gonna be up for the next like 3 to 5 years. Like, y'all crib, y'all up. You know what I'm saying? Because people can't afford to buy homes. It doesn't make sense. Like, especially right now with the interest rate being 7.5%, 8%, bro. If I buy a house, if I buy like a $400,000 house, I'm gonna end up paying like $800,000 for this house.
That's insane.
It makes no sense for me to pay $800,000 for a $400,000 house.
Not to mention them property taxes right now.
The property taxes is gonna be stupid.
This world.
And then by the time that house that you're gonna eventually pay $800,000 for is probably gonna max out at like $650,000, $700,000 in value. So you're gonna be, upside down on the house. So like, people are thinking it doesn't make sense for a lot of people. So like, people are gonna be renting. And they're cool with being exclusively renters for a while. That's just what's going on. So like, if you got rental properties, bro, like, you're gonna be up. You're gonna be up at least for the next, according to these, because I'm not an expert on it. I'm just going off of the people that are experts in this field. They're saying like the next 5 to 10 years for sure, like, you're just gonna be up because you can't. People just are not in a position to go out and buy the home that they want. A $500,000 home, bro, like, you're gonna pay $1 million for it. It just makes no sense for you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what it is. But the other part of the reason why the market did this is because you have corporations going through buying all of these homes.
Yeah.
Like, these homes that we see popping up for sale, these are not for sale by the previous owner.
Gotcha.
They got bought out. Like, so y'all all get calls. I know y'all get calls.
Oh,
y'all
got one today.
Text.
Yeah, text
Are
call
you
like,
interested in selling your
Right. Hey, don't hang up.
Yeah, this is happening for a reason. Like these people are calling because like they are buying homes. Like they're legit buying homes and they're just sitting on them because they know like, hey, we're not trying to resell this house. We're just gonna start renting. Like the market is about to be a renter's market again. So they're just trying to buy up as much inventory as they can, sit on it, and when it's time to rent, our rent gonna be $1,800. And we just gonna make our money back with rent. And when it's time to sell, we don't care. We don't have any vested interest in this property. We'll turn around and sell it for $5. We'll sell this house that's worth, our house right now is worth like 3 something. We'll turn around and sell it for 400,000 in like 10 years. We don't care. We made our money back. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's happening though. These companies, they going through and they're buying up as much property as they possibly can. And they're just gonna rent it out. And if they don't sell it, if they're done selling it, if they're in a area like Marlon, they just sell to these developers and make more money because they're gonna put a subdivision here now.
So the name of the game is to own some property now.
Oh yeah.
I was off of Metropolitan and right across from where the that school bus yard is. You know, across from there used to be like a little nail shop and some other stuff.
Down the street
They
from
don't clear
Atlantic.
that whole. They don't knock all that down.
They cleared that out?
Oh,
So
wow.
I wouldn't be surprised they throw some up there.
Metropolitan wide open. Where $1,000 in I don't have and so over 5. I every what is Tuesday. You can literally go. It's a in the game. Shout out to Lamont. They're doing pretty well in that real estate game, bro.
I didn't know they were doing real estate.
Yeah. So like the game from shout out to Lamont from him. It's out here, bro. Like that's what's going on. Peace. That's good. I'll have something that if it can't, but that's the name of the game. A piece of Make sure y'all, if y'all enjoying these conversations, first off, we appreciate you. We talk on that side. And so if you're interested in that, would like to, or week, but also everything in the vault is available for you as well, so you can get all of that bonus content. But yeah, outside of that, man, make sure y'all subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, like, comment, hit the bell for notification if you're watching on YouTube and all that good stuff. But outside of that, remember, Black Man Think, that's where we elevate Black man, because Black man be out here thinking.
The Black Men Think Podcast.